Spring training hat tonight.
Looks good.
And more this one.
Italy hat.
Hey, that's supposed to be mine.
I know. Man, you're dropping the ball on that.
I got the other ones over here. I'll have to give them to you, man. Well, howdy doody, everybody. Welcome. More Pal Sports Network. An old-fashioned gem tonight by Logan Webb. An old-fashioned complete game in less than 2 hours. How's that, guys? How much
it can be done.
I wonder how much you could have got for that. I wonder how much you could have got for Webb at the trade deadline. Could have maybe rebuilt the team for next year.
Dan, you're never gonna let this go, are you?
No, I am. Hold on, let me turn this music off. Come on, where are you? There we go. I love Webb. I think he's great, but I think I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because Farhan doesn't have the guts to do anything. We saw it again for the second straight year, really the third straight year, really fourth straight year. You go back all to 21, he only got Chris Bryant. He doesn't make moves to make this team better. My thing is either you stick with Webb and go add and sell off your young guys and go for it, or sell off your vets that have value and change direction and go for it that way. That's my whole take on the Giants. But you know what? I'm going to take my hat to Logan Webb tonight. Great job, Logan Webb. He is, I have nothing, absolutely nothing against Logan Webb. In fact, I personally think he's great. He's done a plug for this show, and I was looking for it, but I don't see it in there. I think it's on the channel, actually. I have to pull it off the channel. I thought we had it in here to show, but Logan Webb pitched out of his mind tonight, and he went back to his pitch, the changeup. He threw it like 60% of the time tonight.
It's coming, and you still can't barrel it up.
Yeah, yeah, and so not much to the game. The rest of the game, there was no action. It was just about as boring of a game. I mean, the Giants, the rest of the team, they can't hit. They scored 1 run. They shut down the A's, which is pretty good. That's what it took tonight for them to win, because I don't think anybody else could have done what Webb did tonight on the Giants staff. I think Snell could have gone 6 or 7 shutout innings, but then he would have risked turning it over to the bullpen and then blowing it. There's nobody on this team tonight, Giants team, that could have gone and did a complete game.
Yeah.
So,
look, baseball's 162 games, and we're coming on here every night after every game. So 162 shows for 162 games. There's going to be streaks, hitters, pitchers. I said this 2 nights ago. If a starter throws about 30 games, he's going to have 5, 7, 8 games. He's just not going to have good stuff. So all the people that were writing off Webb for 3, poor starts, and just sometimes you're not going to have your best changeup. You're not going to have your fastball. You're not going to be able to locate it. And if you're facing a good team and a good hitting team, those mistakes you can't get away with. So Webb is a bulldog. I've said that for a couple of years now. What he did, Blake Snell will never do in his career. I'll go on record. I know there's a lot of Blake Snell lovers, and he's a great pitcher as far as stuff goes. But as far as being able to go 7, 8, and even 9 innings, that Coletti, I love you, but a guy went complete game. It does happen from time to time.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it happens. I'll say this. Before we get to Bora's comments, we break down the game. Let me just welcome everybody again. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching. It helps the algorithms, gets us pushed out further, and just really helps everything about the channel. So hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Also, we can be heard not only here on YouTube, but we're also live right now on X, formerly known as Twitter. We're also can be heard on Spotify, Apple Plus, or Apple, what is it? Apple
Podcasts.
Yeah. And also we've got some different things we're putting out on TikTok. And we'll be looking for some more locations too. I think we're gonna get our something back onto the Facebook group with Crook and Kipe in there. We'll start plugging this and other things that NorCal Sports does, like 49er football and Warriors basketball. Sharks hockey, we're looking for someone to help us with that. So make sure, again, you do hit that like and subscribe button. Really appreciate everyone here in the chat. Bora, what's your thoughts on tonight's game?
That was, a lot of people might think it's a really boring game and it's a really fast game, fast paced, but I love these type of games. I love when you can just sit down and watch a pitcher pitch, because it's beautiful, really. It's something that's kind of been lost in the game. Because pitchers aren't able to throw as many pitches as they used to. But I absolutely love it. I love being able to watch a pitcher like Webb just absolutely shut down an offense. It's great to watch for me.
A good offense right now too.
Yeah,
right.
Pretty good offense. I
Right.
mean, Brent Rooker and who's their leadoff hitter? Lawrence Butler. They're in the running for players of the month. So those two guys are hot.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. The A's may not be a very good team, but they do have a very good lineup. So it's not like he shut down the Rockies.
Hey, let me ask you guys, if you could pick a team between the A's and Giants just to say, hey, I'd rather watch this team. I think this team's more exciting and has more of a future. Who are you picking, the A's or the Giants?
A's.
Me too.
The A's. I mean, I think the Giants are going to be better for years to come, but the A's are more exciting. They'll hit homers. They'll run. They'll play the game.
And they play hard, for Kotze.
Mm-hmm.
And they play with emotion, and they play with a little bit of swag.
Yeah,
very boring.
I'm going to get into this after we break down the game. I'm going to give a little 5 to 10 minute, and Los Bora, jump in and join me if you will. I am going to rip the Giants a new one based on the lack of motivation on this team, the lack of just what I see is just they're in Cancun already in their minds, man. These guys look like they're looking, hey, I'm ready for Cancun. It's week 16, week 17 of the NFL for these guys, and they still got 50 plus games to go. They do not look like a team that wants to play ball. But let's break this game down real quick. Not much to break down. It'll be pretty quick rundown. There was no score in the game until the Giants got a run in the bottom of the fifth. And how did they get it? They got a single by Yaz, and then Luciano single to right, moving Yaz to third. And then Wisely hit the sacrifice fly, and that was the scoring for the ball game. That is your rundown. The rest was all Logan Webb. Complete domination tonight. How many batters did he? Let's pull up his actual line for the night.
He threw about 104, 105 pitches. Does that sound right?
106.
106. 73 of them for strikes. That's about 69% roughly, and 68% in just doing the math off the top of my head. Maybe 70%, right? I think that's right at 70%, really close. 5 hits, 1 base on balls, 6 strikes, tons of ground balls, 14 ground balls, 8. Wait a minute. How do we get 14 fly balls? 8. Oh, I guess some of those ground balls became hits, because 14 and 8 is 22, and 6 Ks is 28. So, well, I guess that's 28. We recorded 27 outs. So I'm not exactly sure how that adds up. 14 fly balls, 8 ground balls, and 6 strikeouts. Isn't that 28, right? 14 and 8 is 22 plus 6, 28. How do you get 28 and you get 20? He got 27 outs.
Someone's wrong somewhere.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm just reading here in the box.
I do enough math during the day. I don't want to do math at night.
Mark Gray says double play. Was there a double play? Would that account for?
Could have been.
Still 27 outs, all right.
That performance, Dan, was very Rick Russell-like.
Error. Had an error. That's right. Ground ball error by Fitzgerald. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, that was an excellent performance, and
that was Rick Russell-like.
Yeah.
For those younger people that don't know Rick Russell, he threw 2 pitches, a sinker and a fastball, but he pounded the strike zone, and you couldn't barrel him up, so he got a lot of ground balls, and that's why Webb can go deep into games, is he can throw 4 pitches for strikes, so he just takes a little bit off, and that's the beauty, like Boris said, that's the art of pitching. You don't have to strike out everybody. Yeah, you don't have to strike out every single guy. Strikeouts look great, and maybe it boosts up your contract and gets you paid a little bit more. But I will take a guy that can throw 95 to 105 pitches, go 8-9 innings any day over that flash and crash of 5 to 6 innings. A lot of strikeouts, a lot of walks, and let the bullpen try to win the game for me. No, I'm going to win the game myself. So Webb's always been like that, and that's why I always have love for him.
Yeah, you gotta, don't ever discount my saying trade Webb for not liking Webb. I love Logan Webb. I wish they had more in the cupboard to support him and fill in around him and be ready to go in 25. I just don't see the team being very competitive in 25 or 26 because you're going to have to reload again with mid-level free agents. This was the whole point of Farhan coming on board. Was the first couple years you gave him a break in 19 and 20 because the roster was awful. He took over the worst, maybe one of the worst rosters in baseball, if not the worst. So we were giving him a couple years, and that's why you saw all the nutty signings, Connor Joe, Michael Reed, and the trade for Yaz originally, who was 27, 28 years old, never made it to the big leagues with Baltimore. And that's why everybody was like, okay, give him time, give him time. Look, you're in year 6, and you're going to go back with Farhan possibly into year 7 next year. And where's the talent coming from next year? So that's my point in Webb. Nothing other than that is you could have used Webb, and it's done. Trade deadline's gone. Maybe you look at it over the offseason, but where are the Giants next year going to get better? Because they're going to lose Snell. They're probably going to lose Chapman. And then you're going to go with Casey, which I'm fine, and you go with Matos, which I'm fine. But you wasted a year of development. You wasted this year of development. So next year, there's more of their development year, and that pushes you into 26 now. See, they could have started this last year by playing Casey and Matos last year when they weren't any good. That's my whole point, is get these guys playing, because it takes generally most of these guys 2-3 years to really start feeling comfortable, because they have to make adjustments constantly as pitchers make adjustments against them. And you're losing all that time. Now, fortunately, Marco's up right now, and he's getting some at-bats. And to me, he does not look lost at all. He's hitting 367 on the year. He's 11 for 30. Small sample size. The bat was never the issue. It was always going to be the glove, and he had some mistakes in the 9th inning, 3-4 games in 1 week, and that was enough for the Giants. Instead of saying, you know what, we see that, we believe in you. You can do this, keep going. But we'll see where this goes. But I still say, as long as Farhan is in control and in charge of this operation, get used to third, fourth place. Third at the tops. I think they're going to be a fourth place team as long as Farhan's here. Maybe he leaves and they start to get good. And part of the reason they start to get good is because some of the things that Farhan did, he is laying some groundwork right now. I'll give him credit for Eldridge, Walker Martin, and Birdsong, and some of the guys that have come up, Fitzgerald. It's not all bad, but he doesn't know how to run an operation fully to really make the everything click and just having things, all cylinders working. It's like he's got have you ever driven an old Carlos when one of the cylinders went bad?
Yeah, 1981 Ford Fairmont.
Yeah, and it just like
it's just shaking. My very first car.
Yeah, I had a Ford Mustang 65 8-cylinder. You're always having to do a tune-up. No one's ever. You ever heard of a tune-up, Bora?
Yes, I've heard of it too.
Had to change the spark plugs.
I took an auto shop class in high school.
Okay. Well, the Giants just are an organization to me. They are they're a little 4-cylinder, Nissan Versa, and they're going up against some 6-cylinder, a lot of 6-cylinder teams and a few 8-cylinder teams that can just blow past them. And if you notice, when they play a lot of these good teams, they just look awful. So
they look outmatched.
Farhan's teams look like a team that is never clicking on all cylinders. Once in a while. Tonight, it wasn't all cylinders. It was all Logan Webb.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
This team, Dan, you made a great point. It's not the way it's built is to be competitive. It isn't built to blow you away. It's not built to win the race. It's built to hang around the race. That's why when they play, when you see sometimes when they play the Dodgers or they play the Padres, they'll stick around them. They won't lose 10-0 or anything. They'll stick around. But in the long stretch, they're just overmatched. That's the end of it. They don't have the players, they don't have the talent to stick up with these teams. Marco Luciano, that's 2 days in a row where he's taken an extra bag. Yesterday on the double, on his double to right center, he took an extra bag. He was hustling the whole way. And today on the Brett Wisely sacrifice fly, most players on this team do not take second base on that. That's not a coach's decision. That's not a called play. That's just Marco having the baseball IQ and baseball awareness to say, you know what, I can make this. I'm fast enough. They're not going to think about this. I'm going to go back to first and tag up and go to second. And he made that play. That's the type of player that you want on your team. That's the type of player Marco is. He's a hustler, and he has tremendous baseball IQ.
How many guys on
the team do you think would have taken that base on that ball to center field?
Fitzgerald.
I don't think Fitzgerald would. I think it's
Marco.
I haven't seen it.
Chapman.
I think Chapman would, and maybe Yaz.
I don't know if Yaz would have done it, but
the reason I say Yaz is because he tagged up on a
yeah, that's true on that short ball to right field.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. It was important that Yaz ran full speed. He saw Marco go back to the bag. He's just like, oh, he's tagging. I got to get – because if he jogs home and Marco gets thrown out at second base before Yaz crosses the plate, the run doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
So heads up ball by Yaz, heads up ball by Marco. I loved that because you know what it did? It put another runner in scoring position with 2 out.
Exactly. And what were the Giants with runners in scoring position today? 0 for 7.
I mean, Ross Stripling shut them down. That's bad. That's really, really, really bad. The last two ace pitchers were below average pitchers, and again, the Giants just do not have a good lineup. Very streaky lineup, and right now they're streaking in a cold way. This is a lot of poor at bats going on right now. Real quick, guys. Going back to the trading deadline yesterday, I heard from a few sources that Mayo for Snell was on the table. And
no,
it was on the table, and the reason it didn't get done is the Orioles wanted Farhan to pay some of Snell's salary, and he wouldn't do it.
Oh, he should be fired tonight.
If he would have paid some of his, they didn't want all of his salary. They wanted some of it, maybe 10 million of the 30 million, maybe 12. But I heard Kobe Mayo for Snell. There was probably a couple of other players involved. Was on the table. The Orioles initiated it. They wanted Snell, and Farhan refused to pay any of his salary. So if that comes out as a confirmation and not just a rumor, wow, that is a stud you just gave up on first baseman. For a guy that's going to probably leaving next year.
Yeah, he is leaving. He's going to leave. And you know what? Farhan did the same exact thing in 22 and last year. He made the same stinking remarks. He said, I think we have the horses to get it done here. And that's what he's – look, guys, Giants won tonight, okay? Good news, right? Is that good news?
Is it?
The Giants – it's good news, right? For if you're a Giants fan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys.
I don't think so.
Let me show you. If you really love the Giants and you think they can make the playoffs, look what they did tonight. They won, but look who won above them. The Braves, number 1, won. The Padres won. The Diamondbacks won. The Giants are still 4.5 games back. They're not gaining ground. You have to have everybody in front of you, to, especially the teams that are in the wild card positions right now. They have to lose when you win. So 4.5 is not 4.5. It's more like 7, because every time you win and you don't gain ground, another day's lost. Your magic number has been reduced. So when they lose, and they're going to lose, that's a wasted day. Even if the Braves, Mets, or Braves, Padres, and D-backs all lose and you lose, you don't gain any ground. So this is not they don't have to just make up 4.5 games. They
got to climb over multiple teams.
Right. They got to climb over the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Mets, and the Diamondbacks. They got to climb over 4 teams to get in position.
And the Cubs are only 2 games back.
Right. And Cincinnati's only 1 back, and they play Cincinnati starting Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Yeah, Cincinnati on the road, where they've been horrible this year.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben in the chat is kind of confirming about the whole Snell and Mayo. I saw it on Twitter on a couple of Major League Baseball insiders that mentioned it, so I'm not sure where you saw it, Ben, but he's confirming the Orioles, Yankees, and the Red Sox were all after Snell big time. But I think the Orioles were offering the best package with Mayo.
Oh my goodness! You could have had Kobe Mayo, a guy that could just mash homers, and then, no.
That's the guy I wanted too. That's the guy.
Me too. I was proposing trades for Mayo on every deal.
Going back to your point, Los, 2 things. One, one of the things that stuck out to me was when you said the Orioles initiated the trade. Farhan should be initiating these trades. Right. He should realize where he's at with his players, and he should be initiating these trades. The Orioles should not be initiating these trades. That pretty much proves my theory that the Braves initiated the Soler trade, and the Guardians probably initiated the Cobb trade. I don't think Farhan initiated any of the trades he made. And he also put Bob Melvin under the bus. If you listen to his press conference, he specifically says Bob Melvin took the reins and talked with Scott Boras, or who's the GM of the Tigers? Scott Harris.
Scott Phillips. Scott Harris.
Scott Harris. And because he wanted Mark Canha. Farhan didn't do anything. One more thing, and this is gonna defend Farhan a little bit, but if what you're saying, Los, is true, and the deciding factor was money, I'm not so sure that that's Farhan, much less ownership. Because I think
very well true,
I think if in order for money to be traded, I think Farhan has to contact ownership and he has to get the approval of ownership. So I don't want to just go after Farhan just for that without knowing the facts. But it's still an organizational failure.
Yeah. But the organization just wiped off some money off of the books. So
exactly, and they're still not under the CBT.
Yeah.
Which brings me to something I've wanted to talk about. The more I think about it, I've had 2 days or pretty much a day and a half to think about it. Oh yeah, 2 days. The Jorge Soler trade. I've thought about that, and I don't like it one bit, because I think we can all agree that he wasn't the best 4 hitter. He wasn't the best 3 hitter. But as a leadoff hitter, do you guys want to know what he was hitting?
280.
He was hitting 272 with a 376 on base and an 850 OPS. I think he couldn't hit with runners in scoring position, but he could lead you a game. He could lead off.
He's leading off with Atlanta now.
He's leading off for Atlanta. And
no, is he? He was leading off for
last night and today. He got a home run last night, his first at bat.
Really?
He led off the Braves bottom of the first game last night. A bullet down the left field line.
See,
he's ecstatic to play.
The idea that Luciano and Soler had to get traded just for Luciano to come up is I don't agree with that. You could have found spots for Luciano. Luciano could have played first. He was playing second in the minors. You could have traded Conforto and Luciano could have played left field. He was brought up as a shortstop. He's athletic. He knows how to play other positions. If you just get him the reps, he can play other positions. The reason you have him up is for his bat. You did not have to get rid of Soler just to bring up Luciano and get Luciano time at DH.
Orange R. Ryans disagrees with you.
That's what I was disagreeing with. Just because Soler is gone, Luciano should have been up here the whole year.
And playing, yeah.
Exactly. I think Luciano and Soler could have both played, and they could have coexisted.
Can we all say that what I told you when Brett Wisely was hitting 300 plus and everybody was going crazy over him, that he's probably just a
250, 260.
He's a utility guy. He's a good guy to have around as a back end of your roster, of your 26-man roster. Can play a little outfield in the pinch if you need to. Can play some short. Can play some second. If you had to throw him at third, little. What was his name? Guy Patini. What was that guy's name? Growing up, Lowe's. Patini.
Joe Patini.
Guy Soulars. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, another Joe Soulars and Joe Strain.
Don't forget Roger Metzger.
Mm-hmm. Roger Metzger, the shortstop from the Houston Astros. Coming. So, guys, I want to show you something that's going to maybe get you a little perturbed at Giants ownership. Look at this guy's build. 6'5", 230, right-handed, hits right, throws right. Now, I'm just going to tease a little bit of his stats. There you go. You see at the bottom there? Can you see the home runs for this year? Do you guys see that? 25. Is it too small?
We can see it.
Barely.
Okay. Now watch what you see at the next line when you see career minor league home runs. 80 with a 284 average. The guy's hitting 301 this year. His OPS is 994 this year. You could have had that guy manning first base
for the next 10 years or so.
Yes, and you could have found, and then what you do is Eldridge is as good as they say he's going to be. You figure a way out of using both of them in the lineup. One becomes a DH, one becomes a first baseman, whatever it is, or you trade one of those guys, like because you're at the deadline like the Dodgers were a couple years ago and they want to win and they get they get the studs like Max Scherzer and Trey Turner for a top prospect. That's what you do when you have top prospects and they're blocked. Okay? You don't count on one guy. If the Giants are counting on Bryce Eldridge to save this franchise, let me tell you how that usually works. It doesn't, because something inevitably goes wrong, whether it's an injury or he just doesn't pan out or whatever it is. Prospects are just that. They're prospects. And Kobe Mayo is just a prospect still. But the numbers are what you would say worth taking a shot at. Because you know what? Blake Snell's not going to be here.
Yeah, that's the biggest factor in it all. Get something for him. He's not going to be here long term. But put yourself into that conversation. Let's assume that conversation did happen between the Orioles GM and Farhan. And Farhan says, oh, you understand you want Snell. And the Orioles guy says, yeah, what do you want back? And he says, Mayo. And he goes, that's not going to happen. I'm Farhan, putting on my salesman's hats, which he cannot do. This is what I would have said. This is what I would have said. Oh, how did you guys feel about having that great record last year and failing in the playoffs? Wouldn't Snell put you over the top? Aren't you trying to win a World Series? You have an awesome roster right now. Snell's going to be the guy that puts you over the top. He's proven track record in the playoffs. He's a frontline number one pitcher. So it's going to take Mayo and nothing less. And now pressure is back on the Orioles guy. I'm going to make him feel guilty about having a great regular season last year and going out in the first round. That's what you kind of do. Now, I don't know if it would work. Maybe it still doesn't work, but I would up the ante. And this is a poker hand. And if that's the guy you want, that's the guy you target, then you start throwing in things like that. If Mayo came to the Giants and he was in spring training, boy, the fan base would be energized. Spring training, if he's hitting bombs and we have a young middle of the order first baseman, which we have not had in so long, that has power, boy, that would be energizing the whole fan base, both casuals and hardcore Giants fans. But alas, it's not going to happen.
With Tampa Bay, 3-2 pitch, swinging a high fly.
That kid has a lot of power. Yeah, Dan, you have your friend's son within the Orioles. Maybe see if that was. I mean, I don't know if he's going to tell you anything, but why not? I mean, those are homers to dead center.
That's pure power.
It's pure power.
Something the Giants don't have.
Pure power. Oof. He just doesn't miss mistakes. Pure power. And you surround him with a bunch of athletic guys that can run, and then you got one big masher in the lineup. Oh, hanging slider. Oh man, please stop. This hurts watching this. Oh. Those are Mark McGuire like towering homers. Just have a lot of lift on them. That kid is 6'5", 230. He's not just hitting the fastball, guys. He's hitting breaking balls out. He's not fooled by the breaking balls. 4 or 5 of those homers were all sliders. That's a fastball. So he's hitting fastballs. He's hitting breaking balls. I'm still waiting for one to right field. You know me. I love opposite field power. But hey, if he hits 35 homers over left field and center, I won't complain. What do you think, Dan? Is this your first time really getting a look at him? You're muted.
Yeah, I wanted to see his defense. Yeah, it's first time really getting a good look at him.
Oh, I've studied him. Bora, you studied him?
I haven't studied him.
Oh my goodness!
Fully.
That pitch was a good pitch. That was down. That was a pitcher's pitch, and he still golfed it out.
Oh my goodness!
What do you guys think? If Michael Conforto continues to go 0-4 and continues to struggle, is there a chance he can get DFA'd, or are they just going to ride out the season with him?
He could get DFA'd for salary dump. Someone tries to pick him up off waivers.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Then they can pull him back off if no one claims him.
They're paying him $18 million this year. When Farhan signed him, he had the envision of him Conforto having a comeback season, and then opting out so he doesn't have to pay the $18 million this year. If
I'm a little sick right now. I haven't seen that. Is Mark McGuire-ish. That's sick. Dude, you got a 40 home run talent that you didn't trade for? If that's true.
If it's true. That's what's been reported. I'm not saying it's a fact, but a couple of inside sources, more than one, said it. Ben mentioned that he has his sources, so I don't know. May or may not be true. When was Mayo drafted? What round did he go?
Fourth
to the
round.
Orioles. Fourth?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even want to know who the Giants picked in the first 3 rounds.
That tells you the Orioles developmental system. It's not just pure talent. It's the Orioles being able to develop people. I think that is honestly one of the bigger issues in this organization.
Yep.
Kyle Haynes does not do a good job. The developmental system in the minor leagues for the Giants is not good. How many top prospects have we seen that just haven't panned out? That just are minor leaguers, are career minor leaguers, they're top prospects, they get brought up and they just do not perform. We've seen it so many times, and I get that it happens to a lot of teams, but I mean, if you're just looking at the Orioles, they have an abundance of young players, and I bet most of those guys are going to be long-time contributors for them. You're muted, Dan.
If they were offering Kobe Mayo, or if that was the case, my goodness,
I would have thrown in Doval.
I'm surprised they even want to trade Kobe Mayo, though, the Orioles, because they're not really stacked at first base. They've got Mountcastle over there. I don't think that's a long-term solution for Baltimore.
Well, if you're the Orioles, think about it. They have a lot of good young players.
Yeah.
Would you trade one of them, maybe the best one of all, when was the last time the Orioles won the World Series? 83?
83, Kyle Ripken, yeah.
Okay, that's a long time. They have arguably one of the top 4 rosters in baseball right now, and that's without Kobe Mayo.
Yeah.
If you can win a World Series.
You're talking 41 years, right? Yeah.
You're talking a long time, and that is a very passionate fan base, let me tell you.
Yeah.
If Blake Snell, by all consensus, was the best starting pitcher available for trade.
Oh, they're saying Blake Snell's Game 1 World Series type pitcher right now.
Yeah. You do not want to have, the World Series or the AL pennant on the line with like your 3rd or 4th best starter in Game 6. Snell is going to put you through. So if you're the Orioles, you got to ask yourself, hey, are we, trading away a possible superstar guy, or do we want to win a World Series this year? And that's the pressure I would have put on if I was Farhan, if that meeting did, in fact, or that conversation, I should say, took place. I'd say that's fine.
I don't know how it couldn't have taken place. I really don't. You look at the Giants and go, okay, what's the need? We need some guys that can hit.
If I was Farhan, I also would have bullshitted. I would have, again, it's a poker hand. I said, hey, the Yankees are on the phone. They want Snell too. You're going to be playing the Yankees in the playoffs, possibly. That's your division rival. They want Snell too. If you really want him, give me Mayo. That's it. I don't want anybody else. That's who I want. It's up to you. Give me a call. Click. That's how you do. That's sales. We're on.
Right.
Do that.
And then they might come back and say, well, we want Duvall. And then you say, well, if you're going to want Duvall, I want Norby with him. And before Norby was traded.
Yeah. I want another prospect back.
I want another prospect.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how it goes, back and forth.
Yeah. Well, you know, look, it's.
Yes, Ben, send the article, please.
Ben's got an article?
Yeah, he says he's the one that kind of broke this yesterday, and then I read a couple stories today.
Okay, send it to NorCal Sports Network, right up there at the top at Gmail. Obviously, no spaces. NorCal Sports Network at gmail.com.
Yes, please.
Should just shorten it to
don't think Blake Snell is going to opt back in. Blake Snell, who most likely is going to keep on pitching like he has been, he's going to opt out, and the Orioles or the Yankees or the Mets are going to offer him some ridiculous contract. Because if the Yankees don't win it or the Orioles don't win it, even if the Dodgers don't win it, I could see one of those three teams just going all in on Blake Snell. And don't think the Giants are going to counter with a competitive offer, because they're not.
Oh, I think the Dodgers may go a little more after someone because they know he can't get more than 4 years, maybe 5 max. They're not going to go crazy. They got Yamamoto with 13. I don't think the Dodgers will do anything crazy like that. But, you know, if you gave Snell 150, 30 a year, I think he'd take it. I don't think he's going to hold out long this year. Not. If he gets a good enough offer on the table, I think he says, you know what? Let's not go through what we went through this past offseason. Let's just select the team on the West Coast that he wants to play for. He wants to play on the West Coast. It's pretty obvious.
That's true. Yep.
So Padres may come back at him. Dodgers. I don't think the Angels are going to be in play. They could be.
Mariners, no.
Mariners. He's from Seattle.
They have a bunch of pitching though. They're not going to.
I would love to see the Oakland A's, whatever they're going to be called. They're just going to be called the A's, right? When they play next year, the A's.
Are they still going to be called Oakland or not?
No, but they're going to I don't think they're going by Sacramento or anything else. I think they're just called the A's.
Like the football team.
I would like to see the A's actually put some money into the team. If I was the owner of that team, you're going to sell out in Sacramento. 10,000 a game. Isn't it what 10,000 is
what the max? Something like that, yeah.
10, 11,000. So they're going to draw over, they're going to draw close to 900,000. What I think it's 10 something, close to 11. So they're going to draw in the high 8, 9. But there's going to be a lot of momentum, excitement. They're going to get revenue sharing. I would put some money into that team and have some momentum going into whether you end up going to Vegas or the thing falls apart and you do end up in Sacramento and they build a bigger stadium. Man, the A's.
I can't hate on who the Giants drafted. I just looked at it. 2020 draft. Kobe Mayo goes round 4. Giants first 3-round pick, Patrick Bailey, Casey Schmidt, Kyle Harrison. So it's not like they drafted a bunch of duds. So
yeah. Well, who had the earlier pick in the 4th round? The Orioles, probably.
Yeah, it was
over
early
the Giants
4th round pick.
But did the Giants have the earlier? Because the Giants' 4th and 5th round picks were awful.
Mayo was the 2nd pick of the 4th round.
Okay, so he's almost a late 3rd. Okay.
And he was drafted as a 3rd baseman, not a first baseman.
He is a 3rd baseman. What college did he go to?
He's high school, I believe.
Was he high school?
Yeah, I don't think he went to college. He's only 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, high school, Parkland, Florida.
Let me check my email here. And
where are the River Cats going to be playing? Are they going to be playing at the Coliseum?
A trade. We'll give you the A's and we'll take the River Cats.
River Cats are staying in Sacramento. They're just going to have to balance the schedule. That's why they're going to artificial turf up there, because they're going to have they're going to have 160 games played up there on that field, so the grass wouldn't take it. So they are putting in some special artificial turf with some kind of cooling underneath it.
No, it better have cooling. I mean, it's like 110 there in the summer.
Yeah, it's going to have some kind of. You want to bring that thing down to at least 85. You know, you don't want to be. Yeah, that would be brutal.
I don't know if everybody heard all the backlash today about the trade deadline, but it was pretty loud. It was pretty bad. I went on social media myself and I ripped the Giants a new one.
I think I saw that on Facebook. I think, didn't you say it's not a full divorce, but come back to me?
Yeah, it's officially a separation. Like I love certain players on their team. Webb.
He's separated. Separation begins.
Uh-oh.
There you go. No, I said it was an organizational fallout, you know, from Melvin to Petula, the invisible man who never shows up on anything at all, to Farhan, to ownership, and that includes Posey. I said all of them, you know, just really failed at an opportunity to either make the team better or to sell and go for the long-term, you know, plan. And they didn't either. So it was one of the more disgusting days I've seen in Giants history, as far as, you know, trying to do something for your team. So still root for certain players, but yeah, they just need a new direction. They really do.
Yeah.
Los.
Go ahead,
Dan. Okay. Also, if you're thinking that right now, I bet a bunch of other fans are thinking that. So I think it's going to slowly start to decline, and it's going to get worse. I don't see it. Because this team has no future and because there's no plan for this team, I don't see it getting better anytime soon. And you know what the sad thing is? The casual fans are still going to go to the game. They're going to still be putting seats or butts in seats, and they're still going to be making money. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. I don't know who said this. I think it might have been Guru, Steiny and Guru on 95.7. He was saying something, and he was like, he doesn't see Farhan getting fired just because the Giants are still making money. The stadium is still getting packed. There's still about 30,000 a game, and that's what matters to this club. It's that and Mission Rock. I mean, when Larry Baer came into the announcer's booth with Kruk and Kipe, the talk was about Mission Rock. It wasn't about the team. It was about Mission Rock. They're a real estate business.
Yeah, they really are. They've turned into a real estate type of company and are just looking for profits. And that's where I'm coming from. Like, if ownership has no interest in winning, if you're basically saying F you to the fans, because we're not interested in putting a winning ball club on there, we just want to use this as a platform to make and earn millions and billions of dollars, then I cannot support that. If you cannot, as a fan, I cannot support that. If you're not trying to win. And that's what I see for basically 5 of the last 6 years. I don't see an effort to try to play winning baseball with the decisions that are made over and over. He's so worried about fixing the back end of the roster. Who's the 25th man? Who's the 25th man going to be? Who's the 24th man going to be? Who's the 23rd man? It's never like try to get a middle of the order guy, never to try to get a good leadoff hitter, never to try to get a bullpen guy. By the way, Dan, I'm starting to believe what you're saying. Padres, they're going to be a force. They're going to.
I got them in the Phillies in the NLCS, or if it lines up that way. One of those teams is going to represent the National League, in my opinion.
Just think about if you have a car and it's kind of falling apart. Everything. Aren't you kind of focusing on like the engine, on, you know, like the tires, like the important things of the car? Farhan doesn't fix the engine. He doesn't fix the tires. You know what he does? I need new wipers. I need new floor mats. That's it. Screw the engine. Let it fall apart. My headlights don't work. My exhaust doesn't work. My tires are balder than Dan. No offense. There you go.
I got 1/10, 12th tread right there.
Yeah, but that guy never fixes the main components of a car falling apart. He'll fix some inconsequential crap like the seat covers or the floor covers or wipers or whatever little petty thing. And that's how he comes across. And it's a joke.
That's
year after
hilarious.
year that he
That's
does
hilarious.
that.
You know what, Los? The trade deadline just passed, right?
Yeah.
How about if we show the audience how to do a trade?
Let's do it.
I'd like that Roma hat.
Oh. Yeah, this trade has been in the works for a while. Well, based upon what I just said about the Giants, you're going to have to do better than that. Do you have
2 for 1?
You have a Niner colors? Don't you have a third one? I don't want the black and orange.
Warriors.
Oh yeah, I could probably do Warriors and Niners for this. I have 3 Giants hats.
Warriors, Niners.
Warriors, Niners.
Well, let me see. Let me see the inside of that.
Keep the Giants hat warm for me when Farhan's fired. I might get it.
Let me see the inside of that Roma hat. I want to see if there's any sweat marks or any little bugs crawling around in there. Can't turn it around. Wait, there we. Oh, it's pretty new. Is it adjustable? Oh, let me see the back. It's like this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Velcro.
You got anything else to throw in, man? 2 for 1. I don't go that easy.
This is no lie. I'm not bullshitting you. You can talk to the wifey. She'll confirm it. This hat was bought at the Vatican. At the Vatican.
Really?
Yes.
Let me see what's it say on the.
So it has holy oil. It's been blessed. Everything like that. And no, this doesn't say. Well, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to start up anything.
It says Roma and there's Italian flag, and then what's say it in the middle?
Roma, Italia with the Italian flags.
All right. I mean,
That's
you
all
need
I do.
you need one that says like Andale or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Andale, right?
Remember, it says Roma, not Romo.
All right. I think we got
that's as in Tony Romo, guys. Tony Romo.
I think we got a deal. There's the deal. 2 SF hats for the man from what part of the city?
Sunset District.
Sunset District for the Italian. I mean, that's a perfect trade, man.
Boro, what do you think? You think that's an even trade? A hat from Italy, from the Vatican for 2 resident Niner and Warrior hats? Or you think I'm getting the better end of that deal?
I think it's an even trade. Dan, you obviously want that pretty bad. So I mean Los is getting two hats, but that's business, right? You get what you want.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So
Benson, he sent you that article, Dan. Take a look for it.
Oh, okay.
In the email.
Kitchen Handy says Dan's going to get canceled. Los knows I'm kidding him. Los is Mexican.
I'm old school, man. You got to say more than. I don't get butthurt for things like that.
Well, doesn't andale mean hurry?
Hurry up. Apúrate.
Yeah.
Apúrate.
Yeah. Hurry. Andale. Yeah.
Come on. I'm old school. I don't get hurt like that. This is too sensitive as a society. Oh my God! Look what they're saying over there. Oh God!
I did not get the email. Well, let me look in spam by chance. No, I didn't get the email to primary. No article.
He says give him a second.
Okay. NorCal Sports Network at Gmail. Okay. Well,
got me thinking about Kobe Mayo now, man.
We got to get the squares, man. We got to get the squares. Where's Lou Marston in here? I see him. Okay. Oh, yeah. Lou sent me the trade that was on the radio in San Diego and on their Twitter page. San Diego had a deal. They thought they were getting Snell.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, it was San Diego Padres are crying Cy Young Blake Snell from the Giants, multiple sources say, and it was Tyler Wade, David Peralta, and Cash. David Peralta.
they thought they were getting that for that. That's
Tyler Wade.
Oh boy, Cliff.
Oh my
goodness.
God. What did Cliff say?
It's another Scarface. It's another Scarface line.
Dan, the going rate on that hat is 1,000. You know that. This isn't a game of dominoes.
It's from the movie. It's from the movie. Bora, please tell me you have seen the movie Scarface.
I've seen clips of it. I haven't
seen
the whole
thing.
I haven't seen it.
Please watch the whole thing so you can understand all these comments that me and Cliff and Aaron and Will say.
Okay.
That is one of the classic movies of
Google
all time.
the headline Red Sox. Bora, you want to pull that up? See if you can find it.
Mhm.
Google the headline Red Sox willing to pay painful prospect price.
Oh,
for Giants.
yeah. I'm curious to see who the Red Sox were offering.
Say the title again.
Right up there on the screen.
Red Sox willing to pay painful.
While you're doing that, I'm going to pull the let's see. All right.
Dan, was that the first complete game by a starter this year? Or does Webb have
I think no, there's been a few others.
Is it Sports Illustrated?
Could be.
It might be. Is it say something, the headline about they're willing to pay a painful price? Oh, by the way, somebody sent me an email and I sent them back. Michael, if you're out there, I sent you it back about squares. Let's see. When did he send that? On July 28th, just a couple days ago. I sent back yesterday the if you want the squares, their squares are available on Venmo. That's not saying anything there.
Keep scrolling down.
Oh yeah.
Nothing there. They would fork over a significant prospect.
They would fork over a significant prospect haul. Oh my God.
Oh, there it is. Yankees, Red Sox, or along with other teams would be interested in acquiring someone likely will pay a painful prospect price. I'm not seeing any names in there, are we? No.
Yeah, I didn't see any names with that.
All right.
That just suggests that they were willing to pay some seats, but it's not.
Yeah.
Not naming names.
Let's just do this real quick, guys. Let me take that comment off of there. Fake news. Okay. Oops. All right. Hey, guys, real quick. You guys want to buy some squares, a chance to win 4 front row seats to this Giants Atlanta Braves game on August 14th. Very front row, right next to the Giants dugout. $15 per square. We're coming up 2 weeks away, guys. We got to get these tickets sold. In fact, you know what? Let's just make it a corporate decision. Let's lower it to $10. What do you think?
So then you have to appease everybody else who bought it.
Yeah, anybody else who bought tickets before, I'm going to open up. You can buy more. Okay, you can buy up to 10. We limited it to 5. Seats are not going. We got to get these things going. $10. You can buy up to 5 more. Okay, happens all the time. Sales happen when the product's not moving. Okay.
And if you don't sell all of them, you just do a raffle, and if a number comes up that was not taken, you just redo it again until one does.
Yep, exactly.
You could do that.
Maybe we'll. I don't know. How could we do that?
No, you just do the number generator, and if it generates a number that isn't picked, then you just do another one until
Yeah.
it
So
is the one.
you know
picked.
what? It's a special tonight. I might change it back to 15. So you can buy 5 more seats or 5 more squares if you've already bought 5. So $10. NorCal Sports Network at gmail.com. Send the email, say what you want, and I will send you the Venmo. Once the Venmo has been received and the number you picked, we'll put your name on the square, and that's yours. The drawing is coming up very shortly. This is for a good cause, guys, for a young little boy who lost his mother and then lost his dog a few days later. No life insurance for the father. They weren't married yet, going to get married. They don't have that. So we're just trying to help out somebody in, it's a GoFundMe. You can go read the whole story. But there it is at the bottom, underneath the bottom numbers there, www.gofundme.com / just go to GoFundMe and type in helping Elijah navigate a new normal. It'll pop right up. You could read the story. Look, I know GoFundMe is not a fun page to go look at if you got a soft heart, because there's all kinds of sad stories on there. And, it's kind of like seeing the kids on TV, you don't want to watch them, kids starving, and you sit there and feel guilty because you don't want them. But look, guys, it's up to you. We're not going to beg you, but you do you do have a chance to win some great seats. When Bora, go ahead and show them those 4 seats. Look at the red arrow, guys. There they are, front row, literally right next to the Giants dugout. It's actually when the Giants players are being interviewed live during the game, they are standing directly in front of you on right in front of that spot. They're just at the top step of the dugout, and that's where they interview them. Okay, so great opportunity. Exactly, Lou. Giants win square special tonight only. We might go back to 15 tomorrow. You get a special. $10. Send an email, NorCal Sports Network, and that will take care of that. We've only got a few minutes where we're going to go. Hey, you guys want to end on something kind of cool? Los is in the house. Let me see it.
What, you want to do the Immaculate Grid?
Yeah, pull it up, Bora.
I'll
pull up the Immaculate Grid. Immaculate Grid. And then
before you start that, let me just do a little shout out. If anybody wants to hear or chat about 49er football, I will be on Ryan G. Hensley's show tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. plugging our channel and talking Niner football. So 9:30 a.m. tomorrow on Ryan Hensley's show. Tune in. It'll be good.
That's awesome. Yes. Yeah. Ooh, look at this one. Ooh. Does it just pop up there, Laura?
What do you mean?
Like whatever's there. I mean, it's just gonna play. I mean, whatever, you don't pick it, it chooses itself.
No, you got to choose the player.
No, but what popped up, the Pirates, Orioles, all that stuff.
I think it's the same one every day. Or it's one. It's a different one every day. It's not just random per different person.
All right. Don't help out in the chat. Los and I are going to take a shot at this. If we need help, we'll ask the chat. How does this work? Okay, so you've got to get. It's kind of like tic-tac-toe almost, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've only seen this one time. So, what is this? Phillies. I mean,
so you got to get a person that plays with the Phillies and the Orioles, Phillies and Pirates, Phillies and someone with less than a 3 ERA season.
Okay, Phillies and Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
I can do. Who played? How about Dave Cash?
3% of people only got that. So
What does that mean?
3%.
Good or bad?
That's good. Yeah, you want. I mean, it's not good or bad. It's just the people who guess this. 3% of people guess Dave.
Do
Kennedy.
I want of the lower numbers or something? Or?
It doesn't matter. No.
Okay. All right. So
Hall of. Do I have to do the top line first, or go anywhere?
No, anywhere.
Oh, Hall of Fame Orioles, Frank Robinson. Hall of Fame Pirates, Roberto Clemente.
Oh, hey man, let me get one, man.
Sorry.
Hey man.
I'm gonna get the easy ones, man.
All right, so we have to have a player that played with the Phillies and the Orioles. Is that right?
Yeah.
Don't wait. I haven't done it yet.
All right.
What are you doing?
I was gonna do one.
Oh, okay. You got one? Did you pick?
Yeah.
Who'd you pick?
Austin Hayes.
He just got traded, didn't he?
Yep.
To the Orioles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's an easy one for you, right? That happened 3 days ago.
Yep.
So somebody for the Phillies that under 3 ERA.
Yeah.
Can I do that one, Dan?
Oh, go for it.
Steve Carlton.
Yeah.
Love lefty. And a former Giant.
Yep, for a bit. Okay, so what do we got here? Under 3 with the Blue Jays.
Mm-hmm.
How about
you guess, and if it's not there, I'll be here to play Family Feud and take the money.
Did Jack Morris play with the Blue Jays?
Say it.
Jack Morris. I think he did, didn't he? Am I wrong? Dang it.
Say Dave Steeb.
Yeah. Got it. All right. Did Gosman have one under 3 too?
No, he didn't. I just looked that up.
I thought
I was also going to say Dave Stewart. He pitched for Toronto, didn't he?
Okay, so what do we got? Under 3. Oh no, Hall of Fame. What's the one next to Clemente? What's supposed to go there? 3 ERA?
Any Hall of Famer with under a 3 ERA. That's pretty easy.
Oh, is that all it is?
Yeah. Bora can get that.
Go ahead.
No offense, Bora.
What? Nolan Ryan, probably.
No,
he didn't.
Wrong. Go ahead. No.
All right. I'll say. How about? I'm going to go. There's a lot of guys I can go with, but I'll just go Koufax.
I'll go with a Giant. Make it harder.
Marichal?
Yeah.
You got Marichal, Koufax. I was Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, I might as well throw a Giant in there. I mean, since we're bagging on him
go,
so hard.
Yeah, Juan Marichal.
Let's see an SF up on that.
Hey,
the Hollywood Squares. Who's going to be in the middle and Paul Lynn?
Okay, what do we got? A Toronto and a Pirate?
Who played for Toronto and the Blue Jays? Or Toronto and the Orioles? Blue Jays and the Orioles.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Do we want to call on the chat for this? I am. Why am I stuck? Toronto and the Orioles.
Did Roberto Alomar play for both?
You know what?
Roberto Alomar?
I think so.
No, he played.
Yeah, go with Alomar.
I think he played for Toronto, but Roberto Alomar.
Yep. So Dan, since we got one wrong, we can't fill it out.
Oh, that sucks. We didn't get the immaculate grid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alomar was right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was perfect.
Dang it, I blew that.
Oh, we can't guess on the middle one?
Mm-mm. You only get 9 total guesses.
Oh, it's an immaculate. Yeah. Hey, not bad. 8 of 9, guys.
Should we do a football one?
Yeah.
Sure. Do a football one.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Pirates and Blue Jays.
Yeah, we'll do this a little bit more on the show. Do another sport. Justin Rosenthal says, try football. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
I know football better than baseball.
Yeah. All right. What's at the top left? I can't see what that is next to the Ravens.
The Bears and the Ravens.
What is that up there? Just a
That's
football?
just the football logo.
Oh, okay. And what are we looking for? What are we looking for with Bears and Ravens?
Guy that played for both teams.
Oh, that's what it is? Okay. Yeah. Oh, gosh. What are these Bears and Ravens?
Here's an easy one, though.
Oh, we can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sweetness. Oh, man, you don't even have a picture for him?
Come on.
Greatest running back of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, hey, Robert Boyd, how you doing, buddy?
Ravens and Bears is tough. Let's go back to that one. How about Raiders and Bears?
Raiders. Raiders and Bears. How about the guy that was the big defensive player of the year a few years ago?
Oh, Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil Mack. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah.
Good one.
Vikings, Raiders. Did
Randy Moss.
Yeah, Randy Moss. Raiders, Bengals would be. How about the guy that got thrown out of all those games? The linebacker. What's his name? He punching guys. Got thrown out of the league. Got suspended for how many? You know who I'm talking about, right? Blows.
Suspended for a lot of games.
He's a linebacker the linebacker.
That hit
Vontae. What's his name? Vontae. Oh, you know what? Carson Palmer.
Nice.
Burfict. There it is. Somebody just put Justin Burfict.
Tez Burfict.
Yeah.
All right.
So we've got
the Raiders were pretty easy, but it's
the Raiders, man. Bengals. Go from the Bengals, Ravens. All these running backs should be. Oh, gosh. Man, I'm doing a Robert Rothberg here. I'm only familiar with my teams locally.
I know it's not exactly standing out. Well, let's get rid of the 5,000 rushing yards.
Does it have to be on any 5,000?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson, yeah, and
the Vikings.
And Eric Dickerson.
No, go with Adrian.
It has to be on the team.
Has to be on the Vikings.
Okay, has to be on the team.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah,
for sure.
And there's a 5,000 rusher for the Bengals.
I would initially say Joe Mixon, but
I was thinking Joe Mixon.
Short. I think he might be a little short, guys.
Icky Woods.
No, I wouldn't go. Who was the big running back that they had in the 80s when they were a Super Bowl team?
Icky Woods.
Was it Icky?
Yeah.
Who was the running back in 81 Super Bowl and 88? They had a guy.
Stanley, the guy that got
Stanley Johnson.
He's not going to be 5,000 yards. He was they Niners stuffed him at the goal line. He was a short yardage guy. It would probably be Joe Mixon, but I want to say there's another running back for the Bengals that had a pretty good career. Icky Woods.
If we don't know that one, maybe. Well, let's see. Someone said Corey Dillon. I don't think so. I don't know.
It's not bad.
It's not
So
bad.
it's Corey Dillon.
How long's Mixon been in the league? 6 years or 5?
When was he drafted?
Can somebody tell us when Joe Mixon? I don't think it's Mixon though.
I think it could be Mixon.
I think Corey Dillon's a good one. If I had to go Icky Woods, Corey Dillon, or Mixon.
All right. Hey, thank you to Dylan. 2 squares at $20, number 13 and 43. I think, let me just make sure those are available. Can you pull up that new one, Bora, 13 and 43? I know 13 is available. 13,
43, yeah.
and 43. Okay, very good. Dylan. Shout out to Dylan J. I won't say his last name because I don't know if he wants me to. So,
I would go with Corey Dillon with the Bengals.
Wait. Oh, just because. No.
Let's come back to it.
The other ones are harder. I am not registered.
All right, go with Dylan. I think the chat's saying we're good. Corey Dillon.
All right, yeah.
Nice.
All right. Okay. All right. So now we need trades. 6 of 9. Okay. 6 of 9. Okay. Bears and Ravens.
Ooh, the linebacker, Roquan Smith.
He drafted by the Bears and he's with the Ravens now. Yeah, Roquan's. There you go. Good job.
That's good.
2 more to go. Vikings, Ravens.
God, I don't know why running back seems to be coming to mind.
Punters, kickers, any of these guys? Kickers? No, they.
Ravens.
It's usually wide receivers. Oh gosh, Vikings.
Kickers count too, but God, I know it's like probably some obscure offensive lineman or something.
Eddie's saying Low Neal. You want to go with Low Neal?
How do you spell that?
For Cincinnati.
Lorenzo.
For Cincinnati and
Yeah,
Baltimore.
but that's Cincinnati and Baltimore, not
there. Yeah,
down below.
Yeah,
Low Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Lorenzo Neal, Neal. Yeah.
1%.
Good job, Eddie K.
Dalvin Cook. Did he play? He played for the.
I know he played
for the
for
Ravens?
Minnesota. Did he play for Baltimore?
I don't think so.
No, he played for the Jets, right? It was
Yeah.
after the Vikings, it was the Jets.
Minnesota and Baltimore.
Got to go back to my old timer roots.
Well, the thing about it is the Ravens used to be the Browns. The Ravens haven't been around forever, so it makes it a little harder.
Right. That's true.
Has to be I was thinking old school, but the Ravens haven't been around very long. They were the Browns before that. Man, that's a tough one. Ravens draft very well. They keep a lot of their players. It's some damn lineman. Bryant McKinney, Jimmy's saying. Offensive lineman. Hey, we're not coming up with anything. Let's roll with it. Bryant McKinney's a good offensive lineman. I know he played for the Ravens. I'm not sure if he played for Minnesota, but
What the heck? It's time to get out of here.
Should we just go?
let's throw in Bryant McKinney and see what happens. Bryant
There it is.
McKinney.
Oh, we got it.
Nice. Attaboy, Jimmy.
All right. Hey, with help with the chat, we pulled it off. 9 for 9. We were a sweet 17 for 18 tonight. in our guesses.
Good group effort. Good group effort.
All right, guys. We'll try and bring you some of that. That's a daily thing, right? It comes up daily. It's a fun little exercise. It gets us off of talking about the Giants.
Please.
Yeah.
Basketball would be pretty fun too, but
yeah.
We'll there's this other one. It's called Immaculate Draft.
Really?
Do you want to check it out right now?
Sure. What the heck? We'll finish it up and then we'll call it a night. And you guys don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here.
Okay, and, so what you do is you click on a position. Andrew Chafin was traded to which MLB team? Then you have to answer.
Oh, he was just traded yesterday. Ah, gosh. I heard. Who did he go to? I didn't.
Who is he on after the Tigers, though?
He just got traded yesterday. Or is that
was he on the D-backs?
He was on the D-backs at one point.
No,
but are they talking about who he got traded to yet recently, or
I think any trade.
Can you go to another? Position?
Yeah.
Or does it have to start there?
No, we can go.
Yeah.
Oh, Pirates.
Pirate. Yeah, there we go. I think this is. I think this means recent. Like.
Yeah, like the trading deadline.
Yeah.
Don't put the Giants up there. They didn't get anybody.
Well, it might be left field. Let's see. Might be DH over here at the far left.
Dylan
Rays
from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is yesterday.
Go this far one out of bounds here, or not out of bounds, off the plate. I think that's DH.
Brewers.
Nope. Brewers, yeah. Look at Bora, man.
Out of bounds, man.
It's like,
that's the basketball referee in you.
Yeah, Eloy Jimenez was traded to Baltimore, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Catcher, first base?
Oh my gosh. I'm not.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow. How embarrassing.
Oh, Guardians. This should be pretty. We did a trade show yesterday. We better get all these.
Right?
We don't know Chaffin. Somebody's going to look it up.
Oh, Lorenzen was traded to.
He was traded to the Phillies last year.
He threw a no-hitter right away.
Mm-hmm. Who did he sign with this season?
Was he traded to? Was he with the Rangers? Where did he get traded from? Or did he get traded to the Rangers? Just skip that one. We'll come back. Lorenzen.
Mets. Chafin. Who's Chafin traded to?
St. Louis?
Is it?
That's a total guess.
I don't remember seeing him traded, so I wouldn't know.
I think wasn't it Milwaukee? I can't. Oh, gosh. I heard it. I thought it was the Brewers.
All right,
but I may be wrong. Dang it. What'd you do? You doing Chafin? Do Chafin.
No, I did Canna.
Okay. I think it was Milwaukee, but I'm not positive.
Should I do Milwaukee?
Texas.
Do Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Texas.
Yeah. Milwaukee. I don't think Texas got him.
Texas.
I think it was Milwaukee. But
Texas.
Lowe's, we want to get it right. Are you sure? Are you sure? 100% sure?
Final answer.
Because I'm 95% sure it was Milwaukee.
What do you think, Bora? You're the deciding vote.
I have no clue. I honestly have no clue.
Do you believe Dan or do you believe Lowe's?
I don't know.
You make the call. Texas or Milwaukee?
Wait, he went to an American League team? Okay, you may be right.
Then it's Texas.
Go for it.
Everybody's saying Texas.
All right, go for it.
Yep. It was Texas.
Oh, good. I thought okay. Maybe it was Milwaukee before. All right, Lorenzen, I think he went to the Royals, didn't he? Remember the Royals got somebody, and we said, the Royals are going for it.
I'm pretty sure all they got was
I thought they got a relief pitcher.
Isn't Lorenzen?
Or did they get a bat?
No, they got another pitcher. Chat, who did Lorenzen get traded to?
Oh, look at what the great Ceballos did in the minors. His first game as a Giant.
Wow.
Nice. I was looking at him like he's not quite Kobe Mayo size, but he's 6'3", 225. He's got some power too, so hey, take a chance. Take a chance on guys
Kansas
with
City.
Wait. Did Lorenzen get traded? Who was he with? Was he with Texas?
I think he was with Texas.
He was with Texas?
But that doesn't make sense. Why would they be trading away pitchers?
Oh, jeez. Chardal's saying, I think it's Kansas City. That's what I thought he was with Texas and he went to Kansas City.
Let's go with Kansas City.
Because KC got somebody. Don't you have to?
Yep.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. So your goal is to get all the players, and then your goal is to get like a higher overall. It's kind of stupid, but
how do you get a higher overall? By doing it quicker?
I think just by being able to guess everybody. And I think it's just on. I don't know. It might be quickly. It might also just be. Oh, wait.
Interesting.
Oh, it's just probabilities.
Okay. All right, guys. Hey, look, we're going to get out of here. We are actually going to take one of our days off tomorrow. We're not going to make it the full year. We're going to take a day off. But unless there's something happens Olympic-wise or big 49er crazy trade, something goes on, I don't think anything's happening.
Signs maybe.
Yeah. Ayuk signs. Yeah, something like that. But tomorrow, catch Los on the Ryan Hensley show. That's spelled. Why don't you put that up there, Bora? Everybody could go to that on YouTube. What time again? Was it 9:30?
Yeah, it's a 9 a.m. show. He's got me slotted at 9:30, but that could change. So sometimes people don't show up and he moves me to 9. So tune in at 9 a.m. I mean, Ryan does a great job talking Niner football. Straight shooter, much like myself. So we always have good chats.
Check him out on YouTube, Ryan G. Hensley Show. He's a good guy, and we support what he's doing over there. We try and support all the content creators. If anybody wants to, collab or wants to, I don't have anything against any channel. Seriously, I mean, you know what? It's a free country. That's what makes America, founded on freedom. This isn't a communist country where you're stuck. People want to go out and do their own thing, man, more power to them. Hope everybody succeeds. There's plenty of room for success in the content world. Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, this isn't a monopoly of any kind here. So, people want to start up, do their own channel, wish them well. That's, look, we're not out here we're not going to badmouth anybody. So I know some of the people in the chat like that stuff, but you know what? I'll just say this, and one of these days, I haven't addressed it, but a lot of you guys in this chat or other chats, Eric used to be on the show. He was here for a year and plus, and everybody got along. We got along. Look, I've broken bread with Eric. Okay. I've sat down. I talked to Eric many, many days. We were, pretty good friends. I would consider. We had a little bit of misunderstanding. It'll get patched up. I'm very confident of that. He's not here, but wish him well. And that's just how I run. I'm not going to wish anybody ill will, but if somebody comes after me and wants to make it a battle,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to just sit back and be a doormat, but I don't think that stuff's going on. And so if anybody wants to, get on the whole situation look, Eric loves his country. I love my country. Eric loves his family. I love my family. Eric loves the Giants. I love the Giants. Look, all's good. Okay. So let's just have fun here. We're going to give you good content, and we're going to do the best we can to provide good content, entertain you. But, the days of NorCal sports, of going 2.5, 3 hours is going to be a rarity. It's going to have to be something really good talking about. It's, whether it be 49ers, a big game, or Giants make the playoffs, and, something crazy's going on, big trades. But night in, night out, Giants talk, guys, we're at our max right now. We're at an hour and a half. So we appreciate you guys really being with us. We really do. We wish you would just hit that like and subscribe button. Just let everybody know we're here. We appreciate the faithful support. And again, hit the like, subscribe button. It means a lot. We can be seen here on YouTube, obviously, on Twitter. Could be heard on Spotify, Apple. I always get that one. What is it? Apple Plus or Apple Podcasts?
I think so. Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts, and some stuff we putting out on TikTok, Instagram as well. NorCal Sports Network. You see the logo up over my shoulder right there. Yeah, right there over my right shoulder. Wait, left shoulder. I'm looking. It's my left shoulder. Yeah, NorCal Sports logo. You'll see that on Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, everywhere. Just, you can catch us. But please hit the like if you would. It really does mean a lot to us. It helps quite a bit. And don't forget to catch Los tomorrow morning on the Ryan G. Hensley Show. Be talking Niners. I thought about this, guys. We said it's a day off, but we'll put our heads together. We might put a inaugural NorCal Sports 49er football talk together tomorrow night. It's a possibility. So if we do a show tomorrow, it will be Niners talk, and it will be at 8 o'clock. Okay. But that's not guaranteed. We haven't worked out that yet. So final thoughts from either one of you guys. Bora, Los, what you got?
Nothing. I'm ready to get out of here.
Okay. What you got, Los? You got anything?
I just think it was well said. The elephant is in the room. Those boys are going to do their thing, and they have their chat members. You can support both shows. We all have different personalities. We all know the games. So there's no need to have all this back and forth BS, man. It's just it's unnecessary. Go watch the Kardashians if you want to see drama.
Absolutely. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining. We'll be back Friday night for sure after the Giants Cincinnati game. We will come on Friday, probably about 8, okay? 8 or 8:30. We haven't decided, but it's an Eastern time zone game, so it will be an early start, and we won't have to be in too late. So Friday night for sure, possibly tomorrow night. Be checking on the channel. You'll get a notification. Keep the notification on, so that way if we do go live with something, you'll be notified of it. But until then, we will see you. Thanks again for joining. Again, please hit the like button, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great night, everybody.